Yag answering Abhimanyu's question says, an organic farming startup. Abhimanyu, looking surprised, asks, what did you say? Farming? Not just farming, organic farming. There's a difference. I've seen nowadays big businessmen are leaving everything to start organic farming because it's also a profitable business. And I believe I can also do it and make it into a good startup. Yeah, I know all that, but tell me one thing. Do you even know how to farm? Not yet, but I can learn. How? Come on, man. These days, YouTube teaches everything. There are live sessions too. And anyway, the internet isn't only for WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook. Understood? Fine. But where will you even farm? Do you have land for it? Abhimanyu, are you blind? Didn't you see those 2 hectares of empty land outside the graveyard mansion? That's not land, that's a cemetery. You're forgetting. Your mansion is built on top of a graveyard. You really want to farm on a cemetery? Come on, who makes a cemetery over 2 hectares? Maybe only the mansion is over it, the rest is fine. And besides, you're my friend, you should be motivating me. I'm trying something new, something that will also increase employment. In that case, I'm with you completely. Just call me whenever you need help, I'll be there in a flash. Thanks, man. With a friend like you, no challenge can stop me. So, shall we start work? What work? Yug looks around and says, you forgot already? Last night I told you the first thing we'll do in the morning is clean the mansion. Can't you see how dusty it is? True, but look how big this mansion is. Even if both of us clean for 2 days straight, we won't be able to finish. What do you suggest? Leave it dusty forever? You're forgetting, our old friends are still in the village. I'll call him. Who? Tortoise. Yug, remembering something, says, wait, you don't mean that guy whose real name was Kachchandar, but since he did everything slowly, we named him Tortoise. Yes, exactly him. Hey Tortoise, where are you? From the phone, Tortoise's voice comes. Abhimanyu, I'm at the Kishnoi River. What are you doing at the Kishnoi River so early in the morning? Don't you have a toilet at home that you went to the river? Abhimanyu, I'm not in the mood for your jokes right now. Why is your head so hot this early? What happened? There's been a huge incident at the Kishnoi River. What? An incident at the river? What happened? Come see for yourself. I can't explain how it all happened. With that, the call cuts. Hello? Hello? What happened? At least tell me something, Abhimanyu shouts. Yug asks, what happened? Why do you look so shocked? There's been some incident at the Kishnoi River. An incident, but what? I don't know, but I feel afraid. Afraid? Why? Because last night we were both at that river. What if the Yakshini claimed someone as her prey after we left? Yug snaps at him. Oh, come on, Abhimanyu. Why does every story of yours start and end with Yakshini? It could have been something else. Then you tell me, what else could it be? We'll only know once we go there. So Yug and Abhimanyu set out for the Kishnoi River. As they reached the mansion gate, Abhimanyu noticed 2 black umbrellas placed beside it. Yug, take an umbrella too. Why? I looked outside, the weather's clear, I don't think it'll rain. Just do as I say, no questions. Alright, Yug takes the umbrella and they both leave for the river. When they arrive, they find a huge crowd gathered. It seemed like the whole village was there. In the crowd, Abhimanyu starts looking for Tortoise. Man, how will I find him in this crowd? He's short and skinny, probably stuck somewhere in the middle. Yug scratches his head and says, you're worried about finding him, but I'm wondering why so many people have gathered here. Even the village fair doesn't attract this many. You're right, I've never seen so many people together before. I can't figure out what's going on. Let's move closer, maybe we'll find out. They push through the crowd and soon spot Tortoise. Look, there he is. Abhimanyu points. Where? I don't see him. There, in the black vest, skinny guy, dark skin, short hair. Abhimanyu calls out, Tortoise! Hey, Tortoise! Slowly the boy turns and says, Abhimanyu, you came. Yes, I did. Come here. Tortoise makes his way through the crowd very slowly. Yug and Abhimanyu go toward him. Tortoise glares at Yug and asks, who is this you brought with you? Before Yug can reply, Abhimanyu says, don't you recognize him? He's the one who used to save you from the teacher's beatings. Oh, this is Yug. When did he come? Tortoise holds both their hands and leads them toward the riverbank. What they see there leaves them stunned. 30 to 40 dead crows lying on the ground. Yug, shocked, says, what? How did so many crows die? Abhimanyu is so disturbed he can't speak. Tortoise says, that's exactly it, Yug. For years, we haven't seen a single crow in this village, and now when they appear, they're all lying dead like this. Nearby, some men were talking among themselves in Nepali. One said, "She has given the first sign. The game of death has begun." Another said, "Yes, this is the first omen of death." Yug, confused, asks Abhimanyu, "What are they saying? You know I don't understand Nepali." Abhimanyu replies, "They're saying she is coming. She has sent a sign and the game of death has begun. This is the first omen." Yug asks, "Who are they talking about? Who is coming? What sign?" Tortoise whispers, "Yakshini, it's her. She gave this sign." Abhimanyu adds, "Think about it. We opened the graveyard mansion door last night, and today so many crows are dead. This can't be a coincidence." Tortoise, frightened, says, "Do you even know how many people gave their lives just to keep that mansion door shut?" Yug, shocked, asks, "What? People died to keep the door shut? Why?" Tortoise lowers his voice, "Because of the old story of Yakshini. She is fire. She has the power